Hello guys, here's another video about the rooted phones. By the way, the date is finally right on that thing. So don't worry about that and don't spam in the comments. None of you guys have done that. And it's kind of sad. Just say it to me. It was kind of fun if you guys have said that. But yeah. Here's my Galaxy S2, which is rooted. Why did I just say that? Let's get from the first phone I've ever rooted. Power bank is here for when they're dying. Let's get my Galaxy S2 in its super crappy condition case. There we go. Little flippy boy. Here's the Galaxy Young. I bought this for 15 euros at the thrift store and it was absolute piece of crap. It was super slow. It had a Qualcomm processor, which is a bad thing. We all know Qualcomm is a shit brand. Crapcom. It has a single core processor, which was always at 100% usage. The GPU sucks. So I custom ROM'd this thing. It was kind of hard to find because there was also another version of the Galaxy Young, which is older. And you probably know which one I mean because it's super freaking popular. They sold more of them than the Galaxy S5. So yeah, you have to expect more custom ROM than on the Galaxy S5. Why would you actually want a custom ROM on your S5? I have no idea. Oh, this brings back memories. It wasn't that hard of a thing to do. I mean, the custom ROMs I tried getting on the phones we'll get later were way more work than this one. This was actually one of the easiest ones, but I did not get as much as I hoped. The Galaxy S2 was super hard to actually get a ROM on because it kept failing to mount something called system. But I got the most I wanted. I got this. It's the first rooted phone that has 1 gig of RAM. None of these have 1 gig of RAM unless you mean the Galaxy S2. So that's very nice. And it has a dual core CPU, which also none of these have. So yeah, it's quite a good statement in my custom ROM phone collection. So while that is booting up, we can't boot up this thing because I don't have a battery for it. But I have to use the battery in this thing. So here, oh my god, it takes really long. Here is the Star B79M, which is my best phone in my collection, to be real honest. It is a super rare phone. If you search videos for it, you can only find one video about it, and there's also a normal B79 or 97 or whatever it's called. I have this boot animation on it. I am gonna change that because of those dots. And it doesn't do anything now, it's just that, it's just clean. It doesn't run Marshmallow at all, but it is rooted for some reason. Single core processor and touch buttons are very iffy on this one. It's a HD Sensation ripoff because it has the same 8 megapixel camera, same resolution display, same little touch iffy buttons. Oh, by the way, here's my by the way, this phone is really suffering for some reason. It's super slow for the last couple of times. But it is way faster, and look at the display. It looks absolutely trash in terms of color. No, don't launch that. This is almost the same looking ROM. It's called Moki Royce, and it's my favorite ROM maker ever. So yeah, what fixed it? That's my cat meowing in the background. Sorry, I that just scared the crap out of me as well. I just heard the notification sound on this one, and then my cat started meowing. Let's get my cat inside. Let's just film it. Come here. Yeah, you're welcome. There she is. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here, but I'm just gonna let you here. Don't go on my bed, okay? That's what super user, root booster, yeah. Oh my, oh gosh. Oh, it's laggy. Oh. Root Boost is the best app ever. It made this phone really fast. It was really slow at first. No, really slow. Not as slow as the seller described it. But it's meant to run Android 2.3 Gingerbread, so yeah, you have to expect that kind of lag. Yeah, power off your ass. No, don't go on my back. She's called Mo, by the way. Wow, that takes a really long time. This was rooted, I think it comes pre-rooted when you update to Android, what was it called? Ice Cream Sandwich, which is, why am I actually forgetting that name? It's the best Android version in my opinion. It's not that noticeable. It's actually B79M. It says it on the back. So yeah, maybe it used the same motherboard. Maybe they. I don't. I'm not gonna be surprised if they've actually put it the same motherboard in this thing. It's made by Star, which is a non actual brand. It's just a Chinese crap brand, but it's an absolute good phone. Even the vibration motor doesn't sound too generic. Yeah, it sounds a little cheap, but I've heard way worse. I've heard worse on Samsung phones, to be honest. Let's just power this. No, I'm not gonna power it off. The GPU isn't the best, but I'm gonna plan on using this on in my school bus, and it's perfect for 2D gaming and some really simple emulation. This thing is probably gonna crash. Not, no, it's probably gonna handle that. I've had console emulation on the HTC Wildfire S, so it's gonna handle that, but it's not gonna be good for any PlayStation power. I am gonna get a PlayStation 1 emulator on this one. That's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna do PlayStation 1 emulator on this one. No, Mo, don't go on my bed. No, don't go on my bed, okay? Jesus. Pretty good phone. Especially since it's rooted. Otherwise, it was kind of a deal breaker, but it's absolutely sweet. And with the root booster installed, it is pretty dang fast. Way faster than this piece of crap. It's a million times faster. Here is my most fun one. At least I had the most fun installing it on this one. Although it had some creepy ghosting issues. It's the Galaxy Ace. This cover is getting looser and looser day by day, and I don't like that. It came without a battery, but it perfectly worked. By the way, the guy at the thrift store was really surprised that it turned on and thought, oh shit, we should have got more money for it. Yeah, let's just turn it on. It does a really creepy ghosting thing. Just look at it. No, I'm not gonna look at it. That gives me nightmares. Are you done yet? Yep. Galaxy has free boot animation because I rooted it on the ROM that this guy has. And you're probably thinking, why are you doing it on a CPU that's even slower? Well, you can overclock this thing. And with overclocking, I mean you can overclock it in its own Android operating system. No app needed. I can go from 800 megahertz to 945. So that's quite a bit improvement. I guess. It's a little laggy in the beginning. Sometimes it even crashes because of it. Because its CPU fender is set to normal. Oh my god. I just noticed this thing looks so small. I just noticed that. This thing looks so small. I mean, it doesn't look too small, but when you see the screen, man. TouchWiz Home is not responding, I know. Scroll down to performance, to OK, to processor, Governor Galaxy ICS, to performance. And set it to 940. If you can go higher than that, but most of the time it will crash. It has a screen ghosting issues. Now you can't see because my camera FPS is pretty dang crap right now. Yeah, kind of. No, Mo, don't go on my bed. Oh, you're so cute. No, not the Google Play Store either. Wait, let me just load that. See how fast it loads. Come on, load. Load. There we go. I have some very poor Wi-Fi here, I know. Don't. No, Mo. You're gonna. Mo. No, You're gonna smash the door off the. No, I'm not even gonna explain it. Pretty dang good phone, but the app support is still pretty dang crap. So what fixed it? Nothing. It made it look way nicer than 2.3. The Play Store started crashing on me. It had a random guy's email on it, which made it work. Because I think that's because he didn't have so many phones on it, and I think that's because he just logged out. Or I have no idea what he's done. But yeah, it wasn't that much worth it. That was my second phone. It was a nice UI upgrade, but it was nothing compared to speed. And the crappy thing is, app support didn't do anything at all. So next up is where we go to today, to the first ever phone I rooted in 2021. Here is my Galaxy S2. What were the issues before? Had extremely bad battery, was a little laggy, had heat up issues. It heated up a lot. Like if you have a Galaxy S2 that heats up at the top, especially here or here, then that's normal. This is the GTI i9100 and not the stupid G version with a Broadcom CPU. See how fast and snappy this thing is. This display looks gorgeous. It doesn't look like a little... It looks really washed out on this one. Like, washed out colors is really a theme with cheap phones. But yeah, this one doesn't really have that. But yeah, this is a little bit of... This was a really value... This was one of the first value for money phones ever, I think. Pretty dang good phone, this one. Pre-rooted, I think. Generic bootloader it also has. Yes, it literally has a generic bootloader. When you turn it on, when it's reset, it has that Android text and things like that. Like the original boot up. Very nice phone. It's way faster. Has a way better Android version. Come on, KitKat is way better than Jelly Bean. Ice Cream Sandwich was also very good, but I really wanted this thing to be rooted, and I don't want it to be rooted on the original ROM, because that never works for some reason with me. Oh my god, this flip case is a lot of nice. It's really nice to flip with, but it doesn't have a magnet, and it's really weak, as you can see. That looked so lame. Anyways, guys, here are my custom ROM phones. First phone I ever rooted, the Galaxy Young. It made quite an improvement, but the graphical performance is still crap, and I can't overclock it. Star B79M, I cannot overclock it, but it made it it is way faster, and it's absolutely more than worth the money. For how rare it is, absolutely worth it. Galaxy S2, from a graphical UI perspective, this was totally worth it in terms of its amazing immaculate condition with a little bit of few scratches here. Mo, Jesus. It was quite worth it in terms of how the UI looked, and I got the Play Store back, which is also super nice. But app support is still very poor and crap. And that's Mo. And yeah. It did make a hardware improvement. It made a little bit better speed, but I can't really test the graphical performance. That had an improvement, because yeah, app support has been always crap on this processor, because not because it's single core, because app support on this one is sweet, but because of the under 1 gigahertz. That's because of it. The absolutely worth it Galaxy S2. I tried a different ROM, and battery life was big improvement. Quite a bit improvement. Big improvement. On this one, just drained 1%. Just a single 1%. Let me just clean my lens as well. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I should have done it earlier, but I don't care. It looks way better than the crazy TouchWiz mix. TouchWiz on Jelly Bean is trash, but on Ice Cream Sandwich is pretty great. But yeah, I wanted to have a cool ROM on it. So yeah, totally worth it. Was a little bit hard work, but and the downloading kept failing on this ROM. So yeah, but after some issues with Turp, it was totally worth it because it totally works now. See y'all later.